Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we're back on the main account, which we just hit chapter 25. As you can see, a lot of people in the first little curve of chapter 25 have just hit this. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a couple summons. Then I want to get into pushing the campaign, trying to get a little bit further into chapter 25. I did get a couple more cards out of the tower, so we have 15 cards here for the Stargazer. Never gotten a hero out of this, never one time. It is, I believe, a 2% chance to get the hero out, which unfortunately, like I said, never got it. So let's go ahead and do one Stargazer pull because we do have 10 tokens again. And this is not my, and look at that. Oh my God. Holy cow, I got the twins just like I wanted. First hero that I've ever pulled. I hear even just at Elite that they are awesome. They're phenomenal. I'm super excited. Look at that. And I pulled a card too, so that is a phenomenal pull. Holy cow, from the Stargazer. All right, and we did get a Lightbearer card, which, as you know, I am focusing on my Lightbearer team right now. So super excited about that. That is awesome. We'll go ahead and do one more summon, see if we can pull anybody else. And we did an Elite right off the bat, which was Kaz. Not too bad. I believe I need one more copy to Ascender. So happy about that, but I got the twins. Finally unlocked the twins. As you can see here, finally. Don't have them on any accounts. This is the very first one. And it's interesting because finally unlocking them is I've never pulled Taylene, never pulled her, and I have never seen Rigby either. I run 5 accounts. As you know, I have the 4 faction accounts in my main account. Anatandra I pulled, never pulled her on this account. Rigsby, I've never pulled. The twins, up until today, never ever pulled. And Taylene, still never pulled on any account. So I cannot believe it came from the Stargazer. Stargazer wins a little bit of love back from me. I've spent 50,000 gems on it. I've spent all of my cards on it, probably 40, 50 cards. Never bought any with real life money, just all the stuff that I've earned through the game for the Stargazer, but pulled the twins out of there. So let's go ahead and get our team set for the campaign, and then we will do our push. All right, so I'm still in awe that we just pulled the twins, which is absolutely amazing. One thing I wanted to do in the temple, though, is finally get up Gwyneth. As you knew, when she released, I really tried to pull her, tried to get a lot of copies, which I did get a couple of copies of her. Not enough to get her to this level, so finally she is going to Ascended. I just got my last copy in the summoning video that I just put out a day or two ago. So if you look there, finally she is to the Ascended level. And with the Ascended level, we have been working on her signature item, which is good. Her signature item really does shine, the Shooting Star, which is her bow. Attack rating is raised 10% when in close proximities to allied heroes, which we will go ahead and unlock it to its level 10 potential, which gives us our 20%. And with most of the heroes, when you do hit the plus 20, Gwyneth fires 2 arrows in quick succession when she or a nearby ally uses their ultimate ability. So anyone who brings haste to the team, anyone who brings additional energy regeneration, like your Rosalines or your Rowans, is going to make her use her ability faster. And when she fires her arrows, it can be a lightning arrow or a fire arrow. So she kind of changes it up. I'm not sure if it's on a set rotation, but there's a certain percentage for her firing the arrow. So definitely love her. Got her all geared up there. As you can see, it's kind of a hodgepodge of gear, but wasn't too sure if I should use Durin's Conviction, or I was also looking at possibly doing the eye, but I think, or even the blade. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try. So what I'm looking to do here is setting up Shamira as my tank, and then Falks as my CC, Lucius as my second tank, and then also setting up Gwyneth as my DPS, and then having, I'm kind of torn between having Rowan or Rosaline, but I think right now I'm going to stick with Rosaline because I just got her to Mythic, and I just got her up. So let's go ahead and see how well we do in the campaign. So King Arthur has to come up, so our 2 tanks will be up in the front, and this tank in the top actually does a pretty nasty knockback. So I'm not sure exactly how this team is going to work out, but I want to put her towards the bottom. Or I think I want to put her on the top. So one thing about Gwyneth is she does fire the enemy exact opposite to her. So where she is in the very top left, she's going to be attacking Pharrell in the top right, which is what we want to. So this is chapter 25, which we just started. And you see the little knockback right there. I'm not sure how this team's going to do, and Gwyneth just gets destroyed there. But we'll see, because Shamira is usually a really solid carry, especially if the ultimate ability goes off, as you've seen there, pushing right through chapter 25. So I think if the knockback wasn't there from the little dwarf in the beginning, we would have probably been a little bit better, which I want to move her down here, try to take off Angela, but I know Savannah's going to come right over, which is nice. We actually put her right into a right into the coffin. And once the ultimate goes off, Falks can go ahead and clear the shield. And Gwyneth does a ton of damage in a short amount of time. And as you can see there, Shamira with the easy carry, she got 5 of 5 kills. Just want to take a quick look at the damage. So Falk's not doing too bad. Rosaline pretty good. Gwyneth doing all right, but still Shamira just carrying the team. And I do like having her up front just because of her ability to not only do more damage, because Rosaline is buffing her attack and defense, which is great on both sides, but she's also getting her ultimate ability off on a regular basis, which makes a big difference. As you can see there, she just burns them right down all by herself, even though the rest of the team goes down. And team comps like this are going to be hard because with Iran in the top and you have CC, you're going to have some pretty tough, which I'm thinking he's just going to pulls over Falks, which we figured, pull over Lucius, which we figured. So unfortunately, Falks goes down. Gwyneth goes down to the bleed, but the Shamira Rosaline combo is still up. Ultimate ability goes off, and I think as long as she can heal, nope. Not going to be able to get it this time. Like I said, I'm still trying to work on this combo. I'm not sure if I should swap out Rosaline for Rowan in the top, or even swap out Falks for maybe Belinda. But let's go ahead and give it one more try because it was pretty close on this one. And just her going in the coffin so early when Shamira goes into the coffin. That's okay though, because we can change up the team a little bit. Rosaline just stays there all by herself. All right, so we'll pause it for a minute. We'll change up the team. I don't like the team comp that I'm running right now, especially with Shamira. I've benched her for a while, so let me switch up the team and we'll continue our push. All right, so let's take another look at it. So what I think I'm going to do is swap Falks out here. And then we'll drop Gwyneth for, thinking, Belinda, and then we'll let Shamira get taken. So I think in this case, she's still going to take, yep. And what I'm hoping is Lucius can survive in the top, but unfortunately, Falks goes down tanking. So that combo is not going to work either. It's hard with the CC up there because you got to have kind of two heroes that can survive it, and I'm trying to keep Lucius alive, but unfortunately Falks just keeps going down right in the bottom. So let's see if we have Rosaline follow Falks, if that helps quite a bit. So we'll go ahead and we'll put on all of his gear. And I know Shamira is just going to get coffined, so it doesn't make a difference if she's going over, but if we could keep Falks up, which we did there a little bit, got him a little bit of heal, his ultimate ability. I believe we'll get this down this time. So I've used that combo before, the Rosaline and Falks combo, to push a couple stages. Because Iran is just really tough. And in this one, you got to worry about Arden's Roots, and you have to worry about Nemora's Charm. The rest of the team is not too difficult. So as you can see there, I have Rosaline on Falks now, which gives Shamira and Belinda both the ability to do a lot of DPS in the battle. But in this case, once the heal goes off, it's very tough to get through when Nomura's heal goes off. So that's where having, because Arden's roots and combined with Nomura, we'll give it one more shot. Because if you look, Arden actually roots half of our team, and then right there, Falks is charmed. But he gets his ultimate off. As long as Lucius can shield, we increase our survivability a lot. And Nomura got a heal off right there, which was not good, but we still took down half the team. As long as Shamira can silence Nomura, we can usually get it pretty down. And if she does the same with Arden, if she can silence Arden. Warwick in these battles are super tough. I mean, he just burns right through Lucius, as you've seen there. Some of the tanks, even in this team, we have to run a lot more damage because they are running triple tanks. As you can see there, not only do they have a CC in the back with Arden, they have a bleed with Ira, and then running triple tanks, which is pretty tough. So we'll try it up here, but I think Warwick's just going to take Falks down pretty quick. But I'm trying to get up to the point of Lucius getting a shield, but wanted it just before Falks died. But we should be able to get a couple heroes down as long as Shamira doesn't go down real fast, which she did. So getting closer with the team. What I want to do now is we'll go ahead and swap it up, and I'll gear up the twins. Let's see how they do in real life, just at Elite. But if you look at some of the top tier teams, a lot of them run the twins. Even there, it's Elite Plus. So a lot of them do run the twins. And I do want to take out my Rosaline because she doesn't have the ability to survive. I need the survivability, which I'm going to bring from Rowan. So let's see in this case, just making a little tweak and a little adjustment through here. If we can kind of increase the ability. So once Falks start taking damage, as you can see, Rowan just heals them back up, which is nice. So just look at the sheer survivability of the team, just popping Rowan in there. Shamira gets her ult off, Belinda gets her ult off, Rowan got his ult off, and the enemy team just gets destroyed. Because with his potions being situational, is they only use them when they need them. Once the card is empty, he refills the cart. And just, I know I've said it before and I've said it in a couple videos. When they released Rowan, by far one of the best light bearers that they've ever released. His overall utility that he brings to any team is just phenomenal, as you see right there. Not only his survivability is the ability to boost the energy of his team. Because that's kind of the name of the game. The longer that you can survive in this, the longer you can get the ultimates off. Because once the combination of Belinda and Shamira, and even here, if I swapped out Shamira for Rosaline, might make a difference. But as you can see, Rowan does have the #1 signature item, according to AFKarena.net. For the entire team, for the entire Lightbearer team. And that one, it just seemed like an unlucky stun. And some of these are just kind of RNG. Like even at this point, I might put Shamira into tank just so I have Falks out of the front line. But his ultimate ability is very strong when he boosts the defense of the team. And as long as we can take down Kaz, I think we'll get this because she is tough to deal with. Which, as you can see there, they're trying. She's right at that point, which I believe we did get her down. So this battle will be a win as well. Anybody who doesn't use Rowan, if you have him, put him in. Even on my Lightbearer team, as you've seen, they pushed into Chapter 12, pushed all the way, pushed into Chapter 13, excuse me. They pushed all the way through Chapter 12 with Rowan. As you can see there, Sylvana's on Rowan. His health wasn't even moving, used His ultimate ability lowered her accuracy, still wasn't moving. And then just continues to push right through. 5-10, now this is where a lot of people said that they've gotten stuck, because a couple here, it's really, really tough. Sophia, top right, does a ton of damage. Brutus, survivability, I'm going to have to time the shield with Falks if I can get him down that low. Thane does a ton of burst damage. K-Sauce does a ton of damage as well. So we're actually going to take this one off. Try to get a shield out right before Rowan. I don't think I was in time for that shield with Rowan. Nope, and Sophia in the back line does a ton of damage. So let's see. As long as we can get the shield off and Rowan can get his, and the whirlwind just destroyed us. Wow. So I think in here we might have to add in a little bit more tank power, because they are running that. It's just so much damage in here. And there we actually did Coffin to Brutus, which was good. And if we can take down Falks, we might have it, as long as the whirlwind doesn't get us, which is very tough. If we can get through his shield, I think we'll be able to get it. Which we got it. Very nice. 1210's been a sticking point for a lot of people, because that is a ton of damage. If you don't have a counter for Brutus, like even here, I would swap Lucius up there, just because with his shield, he can take a lot more of the physical damage that Brutus is dealing out. Falks cannot. Falks usually dies to it. As you can see there, Lucius has already used 2 potions. And if he can get his shield up, 3 potions there. So a whole entire heal potion cart from Rowan. This is similar, where Leica is going to boost haste. Savius just destroys. Brutus, very tough to deal with. Someone's going to get mind controlled with Izazel. Yeah, and Lucius just can't handle the amount of damage that they're putting out. Yeah, between the combo and the top. And this is where some of the dodge kinds of comes into play. As you can see there, Falks survived a little bit, so he's going to get his ultimate off, which is going to be nice. Ultimate off with Shamira, ultimate off with Belinda. And as long should be able to get through Brutus' shield. Falks will clear it out and gets it down. Pushing more towards endgame, this is where a lot of strategy comes in. Even here, where Arden's going to root Veden when he goes bat form, if you don't burn him down fast enough, does a ton of damage. Grezel, if you don't have AoE, so if you're not running a Shamira. Belinda will usually AoE his minions, which doesn't really do much, because I'd rather have her AoE hero, but she usually doesn't. Shamira, in this case, is ideal just because of her massive AoE. And that's very nice with Falks to clear out the shields. We'll get our own shield, and we took down Veden before he went bat form. That's kind of the key. If you can get a silence off on him before he goes bat form, usually you can kill him. Once he goes bat form, he runs through a majority of your team, and you don't survive much after that. So Shamira, same thing here, is I swap Lucius up top because his ability will actually negate some of her energy regen. And we know Sylvana's going to come over, going to hop right on Rowan. And then we are going to have a couple totems to worry about, which is good. Again, with the totems, minions, Baden's ads, is Shamira's ultimate ability. Can take out any of them. And you see right there, Shamira turned around to take out the totems. And there's the minions up. Her dot is taking care of those very nicely. We'll get them shielded. As long as we can get... Nope. Once the enemy Chimera goes off, that's pretty much it as well. So if we know that Chimera is going to get coffined right off the bat, which she does, just like we planned, we can keep Falks. He clears out the shield on Sylvana, takes out the totem. If we can get an ultimate off now before the minions come out, we should be able to take down Nemisu, is what I'm hoping. Fortunately, Falks went down, but it looks like we just have Chimera left. So as long as we can get a silence on her, we got it. So I'm liking this team comp. I'm not sure if it would work better with swapping out Chimera for a lot of these battles. I mean, to me, is just vital because of the AoE that hits the entire board. Because once you get minions, once you get totems, as you can see there, minions came up. So Chimera's on the minions, Falks turn around, Falks is on the minions. So everyone kind of leaves the enemy team to take out the minions. So if you're running a lot of single target DPS, you'll get overrun by the minions. You always do. So even in this comp, we should go ahead and coffin Chimera, which would be nice off the bat. So we'll have Grezel and we'll have Lucius on Falks. Verk is kind of a hit or miss. His ultimate ability is pretty nice where he does 3 bolts up and down the field. But I'm hoping that some of the AoE will take care of it. And Thorin is really, really tough to deal with his dot that he put on Belinda right there. It's so tough because he can actually take your hero down to absolutely nothing when it comes to hit points just from that dot. And then one little damage from pretty much anything at this level will take them down. This one, we're going to have a knockback. We're going to have to make sure that we take care of Namora on the top, but I think Falks is going to go ahead and probably get rid of K-Sauce, so we'll take him right off the bat. So as long as we can get this dwarf down pretty good before Namora gets off the ult, but Chimera goes down there. See, we're not going to have, without Chimera, we're not going to have enough DPS to take it down. And then Namora always having a couple more heroes there. We might be able to get it if she can take him down. As long as we can get a shield off, we should be able, yep, we got it. Very nice. And that's why Falks, one of my favorite heroes, has been ever since I started the Lightbearer team. He's very, very difficult to kill. And his coffin ability, I mean, as you can see right there, it makes the 5-on-5 battle 5 versus 4 instantly. With his very high accuracy, he can take Thane down, where Thane just has a lot of dodge. He clears out all the buffs or the shields that the opposing team has. So vital for a team. Chimera's a carry. I know her DPS drops off a lot around this time. And I think maybe even running Belinda at this point with Rosaline might be a better option. But I do like this comp. This is the one that I ran to push all the way to 25. Because once her ultimate goes off, as long as she stands there with a shield, destroys the back line, as you've seen right there. And then Belinda carries enough burst DPS to get anybody else down. Full Lightbearer team here. And with the faction bonus, I mean, still getting the 4 Lightbearer faction bonus. Not the full 5, but I think here we're going to have to keep Lucius on the bottom. So we should go ahead and coffin. I was hoping it would coffin Belinda, which Chimera went ahead and silenced her, which is huge at this point. So the ultimate goes off. We'll go ahead and clear her buffs. We should be able to get this down pretty easy. As long as her ultimate ability doesn't go off. Nope, she died before that. So very nice. Continuing to push through 25. And another $50 bundle. Ooh, single Stargazer cards. And then just a regular light weapon. Not worth it. Tempting as it is, especially after pulling the twins. And here a little Iron Dwarf. I like those little guys. I don't know if that's going to be something later in a release that they might come out with, those little Iron Dwarfs that run around and do the knockback right out in the beginning. But again, folks, with the amazing CC, his coffin ability just, I mean, that and Arden's Roots, but the coffin ability, I love more than anything because there's nothing, not really much you can do against the ability. So we get the ultimate, hopefully get Lucius' shield up. And Kaz is very tough between the Roots and then Kaz on this ability. But Belinda should be able to take down, look at that. Took down Kaz, took down Arden, took down Almas, all in one shot. And that's the power that she carries. Here Warwick's going to be a little tough because Lucius is going to get all thrown around here in a second. But Lucius does nerf his energy, which is nice. So if we can get the shield off and get Kaz down, which we do. If we can silence Shamira. Nope. Or silence Namora, which it didn't silence Namora. It went on Pharrell, but that's okay. Should still, or no, it went on the plant. I didn't even see the little draft over there. So still got through it. So 25, 24. So went through 24 stages of chapter 25. So Pirate Lucker, if you're watching, you can go ahead and see how I did my stage 2510, which was the 5 DPS. Super, super tough. And this combo too is very tough. So you have a ton of CC here. So this might be a point where the twins would come in because Tassie's doing CC. Pharrell is nerfing your energy. Arden's doing CC. Namora's doing CC. So overall, this is just super tough. And I think Falks will... he got charmed, but he went ahead and took care of the little guy up top. And Lucius goes down. Rowan goes down. Yep, that's not going to be enough to take him down. Let's give it one more shot. I'd like him to CC Pharrell down on the bottom, but can't choose who he is, so he goes for the top guy. So I think on the bottom, if we could keep Lucius up a little bit longer, which here we might, if he can get his ultimate off. Which Tassie almost went down. She just got silent. She went down. So we should be able to get it. Now, as you can see there, Pharrell, how much damage he does. He almost took out Belinda right there in just one shot. And Brutus at this level 2 is very, very difficult, but right there, 100% ideal. Falks go ahead and coffin him. He'll come up for a little bit, get a little more energy. Hopefully we can get him down a little more. And then usually Falks will coffin him again, which he did right there. And that's what we want. So the whole entire battle, he was almost CC'd the whole entire battle, which once we get through his 8-second shield, goes right down. Same with this one. Usually they'll go right to Brutus. So if he can coffin Brutus, which I don't believe he did. I'm not sure if he even coffined anybody. Sometimes it seems like the ability misses or it's dodged. Because or he might have been stunned by Thane. Let me put him in the bottom and see. Yeah, because even there he didn't coffin anybody either. But we did get the ultimate off, but I don't know if Shamir is going to be able to... Nope. So let's try it one more time. See, it's dodged. He's trying to coffin Thane. He turns around to do the coffin, and Thane's just dodging it. So his immunity is just dodging it right off the bat. Which makes it really tough. But Belinda definitely tried there. So this might be a battle to swap out Falks. Unless he can get the coffin off, which, again, he doesn't. Yeah, so this one isn't even helping because he can't coffin anybody, unfortunately. Just not working. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll pause this. We'll switch around the team a little bit. 25-26. All right, so we dropped out Falks, which isn't working in this battle, and you do have to change it up quite a bit. So I'm going to try Grizzled. I'm not sure if he's going to have the survivability, but we're going to go ahead and give him a try because he does summon the ads off the back, which right there, Savius turns around and attacks. That's what I was hoping, but now Lucius goes right down. He's not going to have the survivability in this, so I'm going to have to look to see what if I can swap up some of these tanks to see maybe swap out Arthur, and again Baden goes down. He's just too much damage on this stage between the burst damage that all of them put out. So we're going to call it here 25-26. One thing I did forget was the cards that we actually pulled. So we got one rare Light Bearer, which is good. We pulled a Hogan. And then one elite, which pulls us an Estrilda. Not too bad. And then we did have a couple Soul Stones that are here, which another copy of Grez. And let me see who we got here, because I think we might be able to get, or maybe that's the only copy. Nope, we only have one copy of Grizzled. So we do have a couple here. We have a couple Estrildas. We have a couple Hederics. So as of right now, this is where the team stands. Pushed all the way to 25-26, which is good. I believe we're almost halfway. So almost halfway through this. Continuing to level up, continue to focus on the heroes. Super excited to get the twins. I'm going to try them out tonight when I use them in Riz. I might even swap them in this team and give it a go a little bit later tonight. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you for watching.